There's no mistake about horse manure, madam. I knew what it was the moment they put it in the van.
Oh, I'm not having it.
Well, it's nothing to do with me. Well, I'm just the postman. I'll be glad to get rid of it, if you must know. We're freezing to death having to drive with a van with a window open.
Where's it from?
It's on here, madam, with the compliments of Her Majesty the Queen, Buckingham Palace.
Ooh, the Queen?
Oh, yeah?
Oh, John, a great honour has been visited upon us.
What is it?
You'll never guess.
The question to ask yourselves is this. Would you accept an unsolicited parcel of horse manure from the Queen? I realise that Spike must have gone to his grave thinking we'd lifted that sketch from him. But we didn't, Spike. Honestly, you are our inspiration and you are our mentor in comedy, but we never nicked your material. Anyway, here's 3 highlights of Spike on television which could have fitted into any Python show.
Prosperity. For electricity had come to the natives of the Isle of Scront, as these films will show.
Here we see the full benefits that electricity brings to the island and its peoples.
Of Ireland, number 2, Thomas of Hairy Harriers. 3 is Harrington of Cambridge, and 4 is Cambridge of Harrington. They're getting ready now, and they're off. The inside lane who's making the game. Brandy pushed him, then Cambridge with Thomas to the back marker. Now they're all coming into the last 50 metres now, and it's still Harrington. Cambridge and Brandy. It's neck and neck. Neck and neck as they're about to come up to the gate. There's Brandy. I think it was the first. Yes, Brandy, Thomas, Brandy. It's Thomas. Second and third and fourth.
It's a great day for the grandmother hurling finals here at Beachy Head. In the last 3 eliminations, over 100 grandmothers were successfully thrown out to sea, out of which only 2 returned back in the penalty time of 1.5 minutes. Let's go over to last year's champion hurler and grandmother.
Clench your teeth. Here we go, pop.
She's clenching her teeth now, and
Flatten out.
He's instructed her now to flatten out over the rocks when she's about to go. Now.
Ready, dear?
I'm ready.
I think he's ready now. Looking at his watch, he's...
And now tonight, for the very first time, live in front of a captive audience, we are going to give you a unique experience. Spike's Q sketches as never seen before. This Sunday, the 3rd after Pontefract, the parable of the Good Samaritan will be read by Police Constable Sergeant Palin.
And I saith unto you, evening all. And it came to pass that a man, Jewish, 5'3", was proceeding along the Jerusalem-Jericho highway, but he exceeded not the speed limit. Then he pulleth up, for he had need of a bush, an offence that can bring a fine in 30 days. There springeth out on him 3 thieves, who beateth out of him the crap. And verily he flaketh out. Then came night, lighting up time, 7:23. And the snow falleth on him, and verily by morning thou couldst strike matches on them. And many travellers seeing him pass by on the outside lane, saying he must be as a newt. But there cometh the Samaritan, and seeing him flaked out, he bound up his wounds, pouring in oil and vinegar. And the victim screameth, saying, Hast thou never heard of elastoplast? Then the Samaritan setteth him upon his own ass. Registration, RU 12. And he taketh him to an inn where they had a good night. And on the morrow he giveth the innkeeper twopence, which was later brought up in evidence against him. Evening all.
Good evening. We thought there was one royal interview the palace could never allow. We assumed she wouldn't be able to talk to us, but we were wrong. She's here with us tonight, the Queen's chicken. Joined by the keeper of the royal eggs, Sergeant Herbert Scrackle. Good evening, Sergeant.
Good evening, Sergeant.
You have developed an extraordinary ability to understand chickens.
Yes, I have. I've developed an extraordinary ability to understand chickens, as you just said. I mean, what you do is you have to put your hand in the right place, of course, you see. You know...
Could you demonstrate this extraordinary ability?
Yes.
Will you demonstrate?
Oh, yes, yes, that's right, yes, yes. Well, what I do is I feel under the sort of the gronix here, technical part of the chicken, and basically, you see, her clucks, you see, go up my arm, and translate into human speech, come out of my mouth. So basically, everything she says comes out of my mouth.
Well, I mean, has it said anything?
No, you haven't asked her anything, have you? You can't expect a chicken going around talking to itself. I mean, it'd become a laughing stock. And then chicken stock, probably. Go on, ask her something, ask her something.
I've got to ask her a question.
Ask her a question.
It is her, right, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, go on then.
Okay.
You're psyching yourself up for it?
Yep.
Well, you're doing very well.
Okay, thank you.
Have you started?
No, I'm just getting myself in the mood.
All right. I'll be here if you need me.
Is she ready?
She's ready. Ready for the question.
Right, thank you. Why did you cross the road? I don't know, there's something about... I feel a bit silly asking this question.
You feel silly. How do you think she feels? She was expecting Jenny Bond.
Cough, cough, in, out, in, out, in. Sit. Look, I'm very sorry.
Is it bad, Doctor?
It's worse than that. I'm extraordinarily sorry.
Oh, Doctor, please, you must tell me. I must know the truth, Doctor.
Lady Teasley.
Yes.
I'm afraid your husband was absolutely correct. You have suffered a case of extraordinarily sex-change-itis.
That's the third time this week, Doctor. What causes it?
Elephants.
You mean I've got elephants?
Absolutely. And worst thing, you've got them lower down, which is much more expensive.
Are you sure I've got elephants?
Absolutely, I'm sure. Look at this.
What is it?
Elephants.
A sample of my blood.
It's a sample of blood with mainly elephants in it. You see what I mean?
Spike joked that the Second World War gave him a career, but his traumatic experiences left a lasting legacy of depression. There's no doubt that the goons helped people generally get over the horrors of the war, but it took a toll on Spike. Here's Stephen Tompkinson reading a particularly poignant extract from Spike's war memoirs.